What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the fourth quarter podcast. That shit always be a tongue twister for me. But this is episode 36, man. We've been going for what, like a week and a half? It seemed longer, I don't know. But yeah, we back with another one. We got a special one for y'all today too. One topic, but it's pretty controversial. I guess this is probably gonna be a topic that at least our generation will have until we die. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that, Kenny, how you feeling, man?
I'm doing good, man. Ready for this topic. How you doing, bro?
I'm straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Just living the dream, man. But so the topic today, episode 36 on the podcast, we wanted to save this one for like the 100th episode because this one is so controversial, but I guess we're gonna drop it for y'all now just because not too much is going on with the NBA world. You got Blake Griffin and LaMarcus joining the Brooklyn Nets, stacking that team, and then you got Drummond joining the Lakers, which is like thanks. But anyway, the topic today is Kobe versus LeBron. Who's better? And as y'all can see based on my shirt, and this is no biasness. I got facts for y'all. I got my stats. I got points, that I want to make. So this just happens to also be my favorite team. But y'all know what I'm rocking with. And I guess we'll start off with letting Kenny making a little argument. I'm a rebuttal, and then we'll just keep throwing stuff at each other. And I got a great closing statement that I'm gonna say for Kenny as. But let's jump right into it. So Kenny,
Um, I,
how you feeling?
uh, Kobe or LeBron? I actually wanted you to go first, but you're the host of this, so I'm gonna go first.
I can if you want me to.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead and go first, sir. Please.
I'm gonna make this one brief until my second turn to talk. But like I said, as y'all can see by the shirt, y'all know who I'm rocking with. I think Kobe to me is the best basketball player ever. You know what I'm saying? And that's no knock to LeBron. He's second to me. So I also want to point out this. I have been watching basketball my whole life. I was born in '96. Obviously, I wasn't watching it when I was 4, and probably like 6 and below and stuff like that. But I have been watching basketball for a pretty long time. But I'm not going to sit up here and say I seen Mike and Wilt and Rick Barry, Elgin Baylor. Like I didn't see that. So for me to put Braun second is because I tend to not put the great, like the older greats like Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson into this because I mean, everybody has a highlight tape, and then you can look at the stats, and I feel like some stats are deflating because it's a new era, a new generation of basketball with how they're being played with more threes, less defense, faster pace, a lot of stuff that goes into it. So I don't really include those guys. So if you ever hear me do like a top 10 list, it'll only be from like, I'll say 2000, 2001 and to now. But anyway, um, I think Kobe is the best basketball player ever, just based on the fact that, like I said, it's gonna be my opening statement. But just based on the fact that I don't feel like Kobe had any holes in his game. Like he was great at everything, as far as playmaking, footwork, scoring. I know a lot of people like to make jokes about his passing, but I think once Shaq left, Kobe kind of felt like, why would I pass to somebody who I'm better than? Which doesn't sound right when you're playing a team sport, but it does when you have somebody like Kwame Brown. If y'all know basketball, then y'all know who Kwame Brown is, and y'all understand why Kobe wouldn't want to pass to somebody like that. But anyway, he's a great passer. He leads actually the Lakers shooting guards in assists, which I know somebody will probably say, well, when you play it for one team for 20 years, aren't you supposed to know? Because you can do your research. There has been other players who had a long tenure with the team and doesn't lead in any category. Rebounding, defense, and he played in both eras, the hand checking era and the era that's being played now. 12-time all defense, do your research. Um, and I think that's pretty much everything when it comes to basketball. He was hard on his teammates. I know some people look at that differently. Like you got some people that's kind of like that's good. That's how you're supposed to be. And some people like, hey man, relax. But anyway, yeah, I think Kobe is the best basketball player ever, just based on the fact that he doesn't have any weaknesses in his game. Mama mentality, his work ethic. Um, I know some stats may say otherwise, but I'll get into that once I let Kenny do his opening statement. But yeah, I got Kobe just based on that statement right there, and yeah.
Uh, I got LeBron. I got LeBron. And to me, it's clear. To me, it's clear. Um, to me, it's clear that LeBron's better than Kobe Bryant. It how you want to look at it. You want stats. You want the eye test. What do you want?
Oh,
Either way you look at it, eye test. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will want to do the eye test when it comes to Kobe or LeBron, because based on the stats, it's not close. LeBron got the stats. LeBron got more assists. He's the better passer. He has more. He has more assists than Kobe Bryant. And Kobe's played more seasons than LeBron, and LeBron still has more assists.
I
Good.
don't even want to jump in too early, but I just want to let you know that if we go down this road, I will use an analogy that will make you contradict yourself. So if you're going off, oh, he has more rebounds, he's a better rebounder, I will have something for your ass. I just wanted to put that out there, but continue on.
Yeah, I'm just about to state facts, and we'll see what your analogy is. But LeBron, like he has better stats. He's better. But I just want to say these stats. So far as assists, LeBron has 9,669 assists. He has 3,000 more assists than Kobe Bryant, which I don't even have to get into that because I think we all know LeBron's the better passer between Kobe and LeBron. LeBron passes the ball better than Kobe. We already know that, right?
Right.
Okay. So on ball defense, I will say Kobe's better. Far as on ball swatting, getting low, slide left, slide right. Kobe was better. I will say that. But then even when we get to the steals, LeBron has 114 more steals than Kobe Bryant. He has more steals. So to be honest, I could argue he's the better defender. He has more steals, but like I said, I understand Kobe's the better on ball defender, but he has more steals, 114 more. Once we get into blocks, I think we understand that LeBron blocks. He gets more blocks. He's better at blocks than Kobe Bryant. LeBron got 981 blocks. Kobe got 640. So LeBron beats Kobe in blocks too. 341 more rebounds. LeBron's the better rebounder. He got 981 rebounds. Kobe got 640. So LeBron has 600. I mean, LeBron has 300 more blocks than Kobe. So it's like he got him in blocks. He got him in final. He been to the finals more. He's only played 17 seasons. LeBron's played 17 seasons, and he pretty much makes the finals. Not every year, but he's made it 9 times. So of course he loses. I mean, as we know, he loses, but he's been to the finals 9 times. Kobe didn't make it to the finals 9 times, and Kobe wouldn't beat the Warriors in his prime.
He
He
made it
wouldn't beat the
seven, he
Warriors.
won five.
But yeah, LeBron, I got LeBron, and LeBron is the more efficient player. LeBron's more efficient. He's the better 3-point shooter.
No, but
He, based on the percentages,
and I told you, like I said, I got something for that. I'm gonna stop interrupting. I'm gonna let you finish, but I didn't know you was gonna give a whole breakdown of each stat.
I'm just saying based on the percentages. Like, I'm not saying LeBron will win a 3-point contest against Kobe. I'm just saying based on the percentages. But either way, even ignore the percentages. LeBron is a more efficient scorer than Kobe Bryant. And
I will give him that. I wouldn't say he's the better scorer, but I would say he's more efficient because of how he scores. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but of course, LeBron is taking more layups, and um, what else was I about to say? LeBron's more durable to me,
I'll give you that too. He's the most durable player I've ever seen.
right? So yeah, he plays more games, and like he's very more durable than Kobe Bryant. He's already almost played more games than Kobe Bryant in less seasons. So like I say, like he's available more and stuff like that. You put LeBron on a bad team, they're automatically good. Automatically, you can put LeBron on the worst team in the NBA. They're probably going to make the playoffs, might make the championship or whatever. I just got LeBron. It's simple and plain.
Okay, so that was your first little opening statement. Like I said, if you want to do a breakdown of stats, we can do that, and I can make you contradict yourself. So, for instance, I'm pretty sure Duncan Robinson had more threes and a higher field goal percentage than Curry last year, but you wouldn't go as far as saying that Duncan Robinson's a better shooter than Steph Curry, right?
No, Curry's the best shooter ever.
That cancels that statement out. LeBron is a great efficient scorer, but I feel like this is where the eye test comes in because it was a different, and that's what I mean in my when I said in my opening statement, Kobe played in both eras. So it was a different game back then. If you were a forward or a center, your ass was down in the paint area. If you were a shooting guard, you were pretty much on the wing waiting for the point guard to do whatever he's going to do, set up a play. And Kobe is a shooting guard. His main purpose on the court was to score the basketball. So, yes, he has way more attempts than LeBron does. And I think, I don't know if somebody caught him now, but I think Kobe, if I'm not mistaken, has the most missed field goal attempts in league history. And I I'm not going to fault him for that. He's trying to score a bucket, even if that means he's double teamed. Now, am I going to sit here and say he always made the right basketball play? No. And I feel like that's the only part of the game that LeBron has on Kobe is that he always tries to make the best basketball play. And I think that's why his stats are inflated. But that doesn't mean I'm taking anything away. LeBron is the best passer I've ever seen. Rebounding, he's bigger than Kobe. That's not an excuse, but he's bigger than Kobe. Scoring efficiently, when we both just stated that he gets most of his field goals from the inside the paint area or twos, I guess you could say. That's smart on his end. So, like I said, I'm not discrediting him again, but last time I checked, threes and long twos and post fades were harder than a layup when you're LeBron size, Zion, for instance. Um, so I just feel like people look at things differently. And with Kobe's era that he started out in, doing strictly what shooting guards were doing, I feel like it's easier for you to play a more balanced game. If you give Kobe fresh legs and 18 years old right now with his skill set, I feel like things would be totally different. Um, so yeah, so you were giving a breakdown. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it for everybody. LeBron leads Kobe in every statistical category, I believe. Like he just passed him in points last season. But to me, that doesn't mean you're a better scorer. It's only one person that I would even argue that is a better scorer than Kobe Bryant, and that's
And
Kevin Durant. And that may be me being a little biased because some people may be like, "Are you crazy? Kevin is obviously better." And like I said, I don't want when I say these things, I don't want to say it to say that I'm discrediting these players. But Kevin Durant is 7 foot, and he was blessed with the ability to be able to dribble like a point guard and pull up. Kobe was doing everything that he was doing at 6'6", 250, or no, I don't think he was that much. 220, 220. I'm tweaking. I'm thinking about LeBron. He was doing all of what he was doing at 6'6", 220. So I feel like that speaks volumes to how good his feet work were, or how much he practiced what he likes to do, or getting to his spot and being able to just really just shit on you. So that's my second spiel to basically rebuttal what Kenny opening statement was. To me, stats don't really mean anything. Well, I mean, they mean a little something. Obviously, like you're not going to be a bum out there with 30,000 points, but you guys get what I'm saying. And like I'll go back to what I said when Kenny was talking. If we're going off the eye test, I think Kobe blows LeBron out of the water.
you done?
Yeah.
You see, it's funny. Like it's funny when we're having conversations like this, and people want to bring up the height and the weight. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that Kevin Durant is 7 foot and like LeBron is bigger or whatever. So, like, no excuses. LeBron is bigger, huh?
No, I wasn't using it as an excuse though, but does that not matter when you're going to drive in on Shaq, and LeBron's going to drive in on Shaq? You have a brain. I'm pretty sure you know that your chances are pretty low and LeBron's are, I wouldn't say pretty high, but they're higher than yours. So that's not discrediting him. I'm just he uses his ability to his advantage, like Kevin Durant.
Right. That's what you should do.
Correct.
I just don't even like. I just feel like people want to give the smaller person like more props because it's more difficult for them. Like it's more difficult for Kobe to do a fadeaway in your face rather than LeBron. He's just going to back you in and get an easy layup. They're both worth two, and LeBron is more efficient, as we already said. So I don't care that Kobe makes difficult shots at a lower percentage when I have somebody like LeBron making being 50% inside the paint.
I mean that makes sense. I don't have a rebuttal for that. That's me knowing basketball. That completely makes sense. I'm just saying that for you to I'm saying so when I think of scorer, this is what I was saying when I was saying this. When I think of score, I think of somebody who can score very well and not efficient wise, even though Kobe can do it efficiently too, but he took so many goddamn shots. But anyway, somebody who could score very well on all three levels. LeBron didn't turn into a three-point shooter until he went to Miami. How many seasons was that before then? So it's kind of like for you to say he's a better scorer, you out of your goddamn mind. Kobe can do anything you ask of him. Take you to the post, take you inside, or shoot a three, shoot a long two. Like anything you asked of him, he could do. LeBron, I wouldn't bet my life that LeBron could do a turnaround post fade. And does that make him a bad player or less than Kobe? No, I'm just saying strictly scoring wise.
Yeah, Kobe's more versatile. He's a more versatile scorer. He can do more as far as scoring.
But
But like I said, huh?
you wouldn't call him a better scorer?
It just depends on what you want. I just said he's more versatile, like he's able to score, he's able to make tougher shots or whatever. But what I'm saying is if you hand both of them a ball, I feel like LeBron will be able to get 2 points easy based on the fact that he's stronger and bigger than a lot of these guys. He's able to post a lot of guys. And the NBA today, the centers are smaller. So LeBron can post some of the freaking power forwards nowadays. I'm just saying, like,
No, I mean, but you still didn't answer my question though. I know you say he's a more versatile scorer. I'm asking though, who do you think is the better scorer?
that's a tough question. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he can do more. Like, for what I mean by he can do more, like Zion Williamson, like I wouldn't consider him a great scorer as far as like somebody like, let's just say James Harden. I wouldn't say he's a better scorer than them, but I'm just saying, like, to go make a layup, I feel like somebody like that would have a higher chance. Like, if I say go get me a bucket, I think LeBron has just as good of a chance as Kobe.
Is it higher though?
For a 2-pointer, I'll say yes. For a 2-pointer, yeah.
So you
Because he can make it look so easy. He can make it so easy. Kobe's like,
Kobe
he
in his
can't,
prime
huh?
makes it look pretty damn easy on actual centers in that time. I can dunk on you. I can give you a reverse layup. I can give you a red like whatever you want. I can give you a two. I don't think I've never seen LeBron like consistently hit mid ranges.
He doesn't. He really doesn't need to.
See that, and that's the thing with when I'm having this argument. It's always it's always something to go into why. Like it's just always something. You can't even answer my question. If he's like you put up all the stats right, and I'm gonna tell you too. He probably well this is not probably he has a higher field goal percentage. I think he has a higher 3-point percentage,
Yes, he does. LeBron does have a higher 3-point percentage. Yes, he does.
and he has more points. So why can't you answer the question that is he a better scorer or not? Y'all LeBron fans love stats because that's what he does. He's a stat man. So why
I,
can't based on eye test or whatever you want to base it on, why isn't he a better scorer?
I said for a 2-point basket, I'd rather go with LeBron.
That's not my question though.
What do you want? What are you trying to get me to
Yes
say?
or no? Who's the better scorer?
It depends what you want. What do you want?
Okay.
Like, what do you want? Like, what's the objective?
Okay. Uh Scoring a bucket, three have I don't care what you do. Scoring a bucket, who are you gonna put the ball in whose hands? Scoring a
But
bucket.
if you're trying to get me to say like who's more clutch, I would probably go with Kobe if that's what you're trying to get me to
No, no,
say.
no,
But
no. I wasn't. No, I wasn't talking about clutch. I was literally just saying I want you to answer who's the best scorer. That's all I want you to. I'm not even going to like if you say LeBron. I don't have anything to say. I just want your honest opinion on who you think the better scorer is. I don't have nothing to say after this. No clutch. No blah blah blah. Like, I don't have nothing. I just literally wants to know who do you think the better scorer is out of the two. That's all I want. I don't have anything to say afterwards.
LeBron does it so easy, so I'm going to go with LeBron. He has a higher percent chance of making a post layup than Kobe doing a fadeaway contested shot. LeBron gets easy buckets,
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
so I would go with LeBron.
I think
And like,
but you can continue now.
yeah, I would go with LeBron. I think LeBron's overall, because even though Kobe, he does more as far as scoring, and he's the more skilled scorer, but just because you're more skilled doesn't matter if LeBron can get the same amount of points as Kobe, right? Because Kobe averages, let's just say he averages 28 or whatever he averaged for the whole year. LeBron can average those same 28 points easy. So like who's to say Kobe is a better scorer when LeBron's getting just as many points as him, and he already passed Kobe on the points.
I'm to say that because nobody's ever touching 81 again, and I know that's one singular game. It doesn't
It
really
might.
no, uh,
Somebody was just close the other year.
no. That's my opinion. You say yes, I'll say no. Okay. Nobody will ever touch that again, in my opinion. Um, Kobe averaged 35 for a season before. And I feel like you're still contradicting yourself by calling him the more skillful scorer, but that's neither here nor there. I guess I'll leave it alone. But I feel like and I'm not trying to call you like you're not a real basketball fan, but I'm just saying, so like people who actually watched him day in, night out, the eye test. That's why I say like some of these stats don't really mean too much to me. Like I think it's obvious who the better scorer is. Is LeBron more efficient? Yes, I already said that. I gave him that. But like I said, to me, scoring is who can do it great on all three levels. LeBron is not even a great shooter now. Like I said, he didn't even really start shooting well until he went to Miami. I've never seen him take a lot of mid range because he know that's not his game. But does that mean he's a sucky scorer? No, because when, like you just said, like Zion, I think he's been averaging 30 since All-Star break, and he gets all his shit from the inside. So does that mean he's trash because he can only do layups? No. But when I say I'm giving the ball to Kobe to go get me a bucket, I'm not saying that LeBron is bad or I don't trust him. It's just the fact that when Kobe feel like he can't do something, he has options. Just like like what they do for Giannis every year in the postseason, we know what you're gonna do. You're gonna press R2 and hold square and drive to the lane. They stop it because they game plan for it. So if you can game plan, and I know this is hard to do, but just say it's like so happy you make a wish and God grant it, and they stop LeBron from going to the paint. Now what? Kobe doesn't have any. He you can't stop him offensively. If he misses, to me, that's not. I wouldn't really say that's a stop. Like you're not going to make every shot. Curry's the best shooter in the world. And Curry went 0 for 10 or 0 for 11. So my thing is he has more options on the offensive end without passing. And I think that's what made LeBron such a gifted passer and his IQ be boosted so much because he had to make choices. If he gets double team in the paint or if he see 2 7-footers down there, he like, oh, my chances are pretty low. Let me kick out. And I'm not saying like Kobe so well and that's why he didn't learn to pass because he was so gifted at scoring. I'm just saying that Kobe took the route of I'm still going to shoot on four people. And LeBron took the route, I'm going to make the better basketball play if I know I don't have a high percentage shot. So, but that's how I look at it. But to me, it's pretty clear cut who the better scorer is. Like, because and I want to ask you this too. So, well, he already I think that's perfect. I don't know what their percentage is, but I think LeBron has a higher percentage than Kevin Durant, and I know for a fact he has more points than him. Would you say he's a better scorer than Kevin Durant?
It all depends on what you want.
Uh,
Being efficient matters to me. So I understand Kobe's make tough shots. He did, but what I'm telling you is LeBron is his shots aren't tough because he makes it look so easy.
these are yes or no questions, bro. These are
LeBron makes it look so easy.
it shouldn't be this hard.
For 2 points, I'd rather have LeBron.
That's not my question. You're adding stipulations inside my question. Do you think LeBron is a better scorer than Kevin Durant? That's all I'm asking.
No.
So why is he better than Kobe with the higher points and higher field goal percentage, but not better than Kevin Durant?
Well, I feel like Kevin Durant's the best.
Oh, so you're saying he's better than Kobe, so that eliminates him.
Yeah, because Kevin Durant. Yeah, I definitely think Kevin Durant's a better. I think he's like the best scorer ever. I definitely think he's a better scorer
Okay,
than Kobe. Yes.
I get that. That negates what I was trying to do then. Okay, I understand that. But anyway, I heard you say to go back, dive back into what we was the debate. I heard you say he's been to the finals more times, and okay, um, that's another thing I'll give LeBron over Kobe. Um, I wouldn't really say better leader. I guess I would say like, well, I guess you can say that with what I'm trying to say. Basically, like he can LeBron, he can do more with less. He can do more with less.
Yes.
Even though I think he's played with an all star each time he went to the finals, or am I mistaken? Mo Williams was an all star.
Was he? Maurice Williams? I
I'm
don't think I don't think so, but okay.
telling you, he was an all-star.
I don't think he was an all-star the year that they. Okay, it doesn't matter. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, uh, was Gasol an all-star both years? Like
I
the
don't know, but
one?
uh, let me say this. Let me say this. Kobe has had the best player out of all of them. Between LeBron and Kobe, he's had the best player.
Shaq?
Yes. You
Yeah.
don't even have to think about it. Are you serious?
Huh?
Are you trying to think Shaq is better than Anthony Davis? Do you not know that? Yes or no?
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking. I was trying to. Well, but I was thinking about what I was about to say next. I wasn't thinking about that. I said yes. You said Kobe had. I mean, yeah, Kobe had the better team. I said Shaq, and then I was thinking about what I was about to say next.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you was about to act like Kyrie Irving or Anthony Davis is better than a prime Shaq.
No, no, no. I was trying to think of like. So yeah, going to even that. You can look at the stats. Kobe was averaging 26 in like two of those like playoffs. So it's like if people like to say, oh, he got carried. Kobe never got carried. And the first year they went, he was super young. So, well, I can't say that because I think it was a three-peat. Yeah. So I mean, but the first year he was young and he was getting, finding the groove. And then the next 2 years, he it was a 1-2 punch. Like I think we discussed this before. It wouldn't have been no three-peat without Shaq. Just like I don't think it would have been no repeat without Kobe. Now, one thing I will say, I think it would have been a. I still don't think they would have three-peated, but I think it would have been easier to find somebody to replace Kobe than it was Shaq. So yeah, but I would say Kobe has won a ring on a worse. He's won a ring on a worse with a worse roster.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Overall, I got LeBron. He Kobe always has the better coach, right? Between them, like Phil Jackson's a better coach than Tyronn Lue and David Blatch.
I thought you said you didn't track Phil Jackson. You track him now because
Yeah.
of the debate.
Even if I don't track him, he's a better coach than David Blatch and Frank Vogel. He's a better coach than them.
You, I mean, I'm just saying. You said you didn't track him, but it's amazing you track him now when we're having this debate because you said he played with Mike and Kobe, so that is like Steve Kerr, right? When you got the talent, you're not really doing nothing.
He's better than LeBron's coaches.
Well, I don't count coaching anyway, so that's not a part of my argument. And act like I never said that. Coaching don't matter when you have a LeBron or a Kobe and a Shaq or a KD, Steph Curry and a Draymond and Klay Thompson or LeBron, Kyrie and K Love. That doesn't matter to me. Or Belichick with Tom Brady. We just seen what he did with Bruce Arians. So that's not gonna be in my argument to players.
So having arguably the best coach of all time, Phil Jackson doesn't help you. Doesn't give you a better chance to win the basketball game.
Not to me, no.
Okay, but wasn't last year you was talking about Doc Rivers has the advantage over Frank Vogel? Didn't you say that last year?
We were talking about coaching. I said, wait, what did you say? I said.
Because I'm pretty much what I'm just trying to say is he's always had a better coach than LeBron James. Phil Jackson is a better coach than Tyronn Lue.
That just based on their history, their winning history, Phil Jackson is a winning coach. He's
But
account.
you're saying coaching doesn't matter.
No, not. I don't think it matters. When you have LeBron on your team, you're going to make playoffs, whether you're the coach or I'm the coach or David Blatt's the coach. Correct? Or that's not. They
That's correct.
okay. So why are you trying to act like I've always thought coaching was so important? I don't. I don't care about coaches.
I know you don't think it's important, but I just want you to say like, if you have a way better coach, that you're trying to act like that doesn't really help you at all.
They would have three-peated. Kobe and Shaq would have three-peated if they had Phil Jackson or Pete Maravich as a coach. Like it wouldn't have mattered. I'm standing by that. And
So hold up, I got a question.
Warriors would have won if they didn't have a coach at all, right? Or that's changed now too.
No, no. I understand if you have great players, you're gonna win. I understand that.
Like why is this even a factor then?
My point is that if you have a better coach than a worse coach, that helps somewhat.
Sure, I'll give you the nod to that. If you got Pop and then you got I don't know Mike Malone, then yeah, sure. But I think the Nuggets are doing better than the Spurs because they have better talent.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that talent. Obviously, players are more important than the coaches. Obviously, you can't win without players. You can win without a coach. I understand that. But what I'm just saying is, I'm just saying Kobe has always had a better coach
Yes,
than
Kobe has
LeBron.
always had a better coach on
Than
paper.
LeBron. That's what I'm saying. He's
On
never
paper.
had some. Go ahead.
I'm done. Like on to answer your question, yes, on paper he's always had a better coach. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. LeBron. I mean, Kobe has never had David Blatch as his coach. I'm just
Hmm?
or Mike. Huh?
I think we had Luke Walton, and then we had what's the
Byron Scott,
Byron Scott.
a
Like,
good coach.
shut up.
Byron Scott.
Why doesn't he have? Does he have a job now?
I
He's a,
think. I think he didn't want to coach no more.
he wants. If somebody offered him a $10 million deal, he would be coaching right now, but he's not. Luke Walton team is doing terrible.
The Kings are doing decent right now.
Shut up. Shut up.
You don't like the Kings?
They're bad. It ain't about me liking them. That ain't gonna change their record. He went over to the Warriors and they continue to do what they've always done. So that didn't really change. Like they're like coaching does not matter.
Okay.
Yes, I will answer your question and say on paper, Kobe has always had better coaches than LeBron, except for like on his way out the door. So I'll say like what the last 5 seasons, or yeah, last 5 seasons.
Yeah. But all in all, you got Kobe. You got Kobe better than LeBron, and I got LeBron.
Yeah,
That's
Kobe has been to the finals 7 times, like I've stated before, so only two less than LeBron, and he's won 5 out of 2. LeBron has been 9 times, and he's only won 4. And I don't get into the whole excuse thing about who you're playing. That's just me and Kenny. You can vouch for this. I don't want you to act new on camera. You know I've always stated that if you can get there, you can win. So I don't do the whole excuse thing. I'm not just doing it because of LeBron. Like even if LeBron loses this year to Brooklyn, I mean, if you feel like it's unfair, then I'm sorry. Like when Curry went out with the Raptors, when Clay went down and Kevin Durant was down, he don't get no pass for that. Take it. Like and Hey, it's just that simple. Like that's on your record, Curry. Take it. Like injuries are a part of the game. You don't go and you don't sign your contract like you're never going to get injured. That's sports. Every sport, injuries are a part of the game. So you don't get a free pass because your point guard went down or Kevin Love went down. Just like Curry didn't when his star small forward went down and his shooting guard went down. Like it is what it is. And if you can get there, you can. You know what I'm saying? Because people like to bring that up, but then don't like to bring up when they lost to the Mavs and they had all them play. Like, take it.
um. So it's funny how people act. It's funny to me when people bring up that LeBron has a losing record in the finals. It's funny to me but they don't say like they don't give him props for making the finals. And it's funny. It's also funny. Kobe only has one more ring than LeBron, and LeBron might tie him up this year or possibly next year or the next year because LeBron probably has 5 more seasons in him. So he might retire with 5 or 6 rings. But right now he has 4. So let's say 4. He has 4 rings or whatever. But I feel like it's harder on LeBron to get his championships. I feel like it's way harder on him. When Kobe was in his prime, I don't remember teams trying to gang up just to beat him. I don't remember Kevin Durant joining a great team to beat Kobe or James Harden joining Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to win a championship.
But
These
that's
teams,
Kobe's fault that it was balanced back in the day.
bro. My point is, these guys are. LeBron is so great. What I'm trying to say is, LeBron is so great that he put James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie on the same team. They're all together to beat LeBron because they know if they don't gang up, they won't be able to win. Like the Warriors, like they don't have Kevin Durant anymore. They don't have Kevin Durant anymore. I guess you they won't. I bet you they won't be laughing next year when they play against LeBron because they understand what time it is.
Well, first
So
off, it's not a fact. Second off, I
what's
don't
not a
think
fact?
that they won't be laughing next year.
They won't beat the Lakers next year if LeBron is alive.
That's your opinion. We won't on to next year when Clay is back and healthy. Did they beat LeBron before? Because you love to act like I'm saying something stupid. Have they beat LeBron before without having Kevin Durant? Yes or no?
Yes, once.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
LeBron beat them once.
yeah, Draymond got suspended.
We don't nah. You said you don't want to hear the excuses.
Oh, there's no excuses. Like the first year, people could say that Kevin Love and Kyrie was injured. I'm just saying things went into both of those. Either they could be still 1-1, or they could be Warriors could be 2-0, or the Cavs could be 2-0. I'm just everything plays a part. But anyway, that's still once. So they've done it before. But I don't think no team was ever constructed until now to beat LeBron. I don't think they like to say the Boston. No, no. I think this is the first team other than the Clippers. I think the Clippers did it too when they got Paul George last year. But those two teams, I think that Clippers team and this team this year, Brooklyn team, was the only two teams to ever do that to try to beat LeBron. Other than that, I don't believe that. If anything, I think the Celtics were trying, excuse me, build up to beat Kobe. We had just beat the Magic, got a ring, and then they probably like, well, this we know his work. They beat us, so they got the job done, and then we came back and Kobe did it again. So I don't think people love to say they did that for LeBron. I don't believe that at all. And I don't like how okay, so yes, excluding Kevin Durant, he's not in on this. I don't like how y'all are trying to make it seem like LeBron didn't go join another team to win either. Because last time I checked, he didn't win until he went to Miami, getting his ass kicked, handed to him. So, like he went somewhere to, and then ever since then, LeBron has never not played with at least two All Stars, or well, no, I won't say two. He never played with not an All Star or top 10 player.
Yeah, you got to have players to win. Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe stayed the same team 20 years. I don't want to hear no almost. Like you say, almost only counting horseshoes. I don't want to hear that. And he stayed and won 5 out of 15, five rings in 20 years. That's a pretty good career to me.
Yeah, five rings is awesome, and he was the best player on those teams. I'm just saying, like for Kevin Durant, you could argue he's the best scorer of all time. You could argue that.
Yes.
Uh, I know you think Kobe is a better scorer than James Harden, but you could argue that freaking James Harden is the best scorer ever. So you have two of the best scorers ever. And to be honest, Kyrie's a top scorer in this league too. So I'm like, you got all these players ganging up to beat LeBron. And it's just like, and they might still not win. So to me, if the Lakers win a championship this year and people still don't call him the GOAT, then I don't even got nothing. I don't even got nothing. I don't even got nothing else to say if we don't call him the GOAT after this. Because I think LeBron's still gonna find a way to win.
Um, I think it'll definitely be tough putting the debate aside and just going into like my team mode. It'll definitely be tough because I mean after AD and LeBron, we got a huge drop off with I guess Drummond is our next best player, and then after that Schroeder. So it'll definitely be tough. Uh, yeah, but going back to the debate, why I bring that up is I feel like Kobe he's more of a winner. Um, and yeah, I just feel like he just does more. He just does more on the court to get his team the dub, even if that means sacrificing being a good passer or making the best pass. Like, and that's another thing I wanted to bring up too. I'm glad you brought that up, even though I wasn't going to bring that up earlier. But I feel like Kobe is more clutch. I know people like to bring up like his fans love the Braun fans love stats. Boy, they'll bring up, oh, with this many seconds left, LeBron has made more many I feel like you should know who the more clutch player is. Like this is not even like I feel like that's not even a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even a conversation. But y'all love to make it one. But um yeah, so it's tough. Like Kobe, I feel like the main thing I feel like with Kobe, because a lot of people seem to forget, Kobe was on Sports Center being talked about every day, being compared to Michael Jordan. He was up there every day, but once his prime kind of went out, and at like 2013 ish, because he was good. 2012 he went crazy. 2013 ish, and 2013 and 2014, and he wasn't beating Kobe. I think they like the memory was like erased, and it's like Kobe not even better than LeBron, bro. Why would we compare him to Michael Jordan? Like I seen a lot of that, and it's just disrespectful. But Kobe, he and another thing I want to point out too is that these debates really go into what you want as a player. Have you ever thought about that? Like you like LeBron because he can damn near do pretty much everything. When I'm building a team, a shooting guard, I want somebody like Kobe. You can go. I can. You know what I'm saying. I can do anything for you, coach. You know, defense, rebounding. I can pass a little bit. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna drop 40 and get the dub. Like Kobe went on a stretch where he scored like 54 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I know I know he went on some crazy. Yeah, he could score the ball. I mean, and it's funny. It's funny though. I wish LeBron was more aggressive. Now, I will give Kobe. I like his mindset. I like how I feel like he's more aggressive than LeBron. What I do like about damn fuck, I forgot what I was about to fucking say. I forgot what I was about to say. I lost my train of thought. But go ahead.
For real.
I had a good point too. I had a good point, but I forgot all about it.
Was it about what you were just saying, like the aggressiveness?
I don't even know.
'Cause I do agree. Just let me know if we come back to you. But yeah, like that's another. I don't like saying that because that's not something you can look at on paper, and a lot of people be like, "Thanks, I guess, like for your mentality." But I feel like that goes into like confidence. Kobe confidence was unmatched, and then I love hearing all those stories about like how players like, "Hey man, I'm about to go to the club. What you about to get into?" Nigga, I'm going to the gym. Like I love stuff like that because I feel like it showed in his prime, like when he was, and even a little bit out of his prime. Like I said, 2012, he went crazy. I think it showed like on the court. Like I I'm a practice. Like I don't feel like players nowadays care about losing. Like I feel like LeBron, he gonna go home and drink some wine. Is that bad? No, but I feel like Kobe is going he gonna go in the gym and work on the shot that he missed that could have potentially tied or won the game.
So I remember what I was about to say. Like I understand Kobe, he scored all these points, 81 points, and even his last game, I think he scored fucking 62 or 61, which that was awesome. Last leg, pretty much out there playing, and they beat the Utah Jazz, a pretty decent team for his last game. That was dope. What I was about to get at though is LeBron. I understand like he doesn't. I was about to say I understand he doesn't score a lot, but it's funny because he does score. Like he does average 25. He's top 5 in points for all time. But what I was trying to get at is LeBron said like I could win the scoring title every year if I wanted to. Do you remember him saying that some years back?
I don't. I'm surprised. I don't.
Yeah, it was some years back because they was like LeBron, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? But he said like it's not necessary. LeBron rather go 25 and 10. I guess Kobe's saying I'd rather get 40 and 3. 3 is 40 points and 3 assists. So
How you want to break it up?
right. That's like what you were saying. It depends on what you want. I want somebody that's gonna give me both. Like, cause he gets the 30 like Kobe, but Kobe might get 40 or 50. But I do agree with LeBron. Like he could win the scoring title every year if he wants, but obviously he doesn't. So I can't give him credit for that because he doesn't win it. But he said that maybe about this is a while back, 5 years ago, maybe about 5 years ago. He said I could win it every year if I wanted to, the scoring title. And I believe him. I believe he averages like 25, 26. And that's being conservative. You know, LeBron isn't, he's not, he could be way more aggressive. Like, you know, Kobe's more aggressive. LeBron could be more aggressive.
I feel
And
like I agree to a little bit, to a certain extent. I feel like I don't think he could if everybody was trying to do it
I
because
get, yep, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
you got to factor in free throws. He's not the best. So with him driving, yeah, he'll probably get the two, but let's account for all the missed free throws when you got Kevin Durant a 90%, James Harden 95%, I think, Kurt, like so I agree to a certain extent, but not of everybody was on notice. Not on everybody was like trying to go for it. I think Bradley Beal is leading now. So now you got small stars who can average 30. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Here's what I'll say. Whatever Kobe averaged for his whatever points like he averaged for the most in one season. Let's just say he averaged 35 one season, and that was the most ever that he's averaged for a season. I feel like LeBron could do that if he wanted to. Because like I said, he averages like 25, 26 in his sleep. You don't think he could add another 5 points? Like if he,
Oh
I'm
no,
being.
that's what I said to a certain extent. I'm just saying I don't know if he'll win it, but I know he could easily average 30 every season if he wanted to. I'm agreeing to that. Yeah.
Yep. And then you got to think, like how you say he plays with all stars or whatever. You got to also account for that. He's averaging 25, 30 points with other all stars on his teams that get a lot of shots and a lot of attempts. So just imagine, huh?
Averaging 28.
Who?
Like his other teammates be averaging like 26, 28, while he's still averaging 25.
Yep. So my point is what I was about to get to. Imagine if he was on the Wizards. You don't think his points would go up? His points, he'd probably be averaging what Bill, he'd probably be averaging more than Bill.
Probably averaging 50.
So that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to score. And I feel like sometimes people, I feel like since he's like, he be chilling sometimes, people, I feel like his mindset hurts him a little bit. But he
Like we're
doesn't.
talking about though, that nonchalantness, I wouldn't want that on my team. And that's why, and I'm glad you understood that. That's why I say this debate is going, it'll never really be solved. Like it'll where nobody ever really come to a conclusion, because obviously biasness comes into it, but it's all about what you want in a player. And I just take Kobe intangibles over LeBron's. That's just how I look at it. Like you like all around. I like a little bit. I like he put his eggs in his important baskets: defense, scoring. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron is kind of like, oh, I'm gonna put 5 in scoring, I'm gonna put 7 in assists, I'm gonna put 6 in rebound, etc., etc. So it's just really all about what you want in a player. And like I said again, I just want to reiterate and end it off on my end. I'll just take Kobe's intangibles over LeBron's.
I got LeBron for the overall effect on the game. If LeBron didn't make his teammates better, then I would go with Kobe. But based on the fact that he makes
Go to
players,
play with LeBron and play worse.
huh?
They go play with LeBron and play worse. Forget the shot clock and miss free throws. Kyle Korver can't hit a three.
He LeBron makes players better. Like what I'm trying to say is you just throw him on a team and they're gonna win.
Kevin Love is a shell of himself. Kyrie don't want to play with him no more.
Kyrie was hating on him. That's all that is. But
Hey man, you call it how you see it, but y'all love to say that. But the proof ain't there where you make his teammates better. Like I don't know, man. Like yeah, he gets them open. That doesn't make them better. Kobe can do that. He just don't make the passes.
he made Anthony Davis better.
No, he made Anthony Davis a champion, but they needed each other.
To me, he made Anthony Davis better. Last year, I heard people say like Anthony Davis might be the best player in the NBA. I don't think I ever heard nobody say that when he played with the Pelicans.
He's been in the MVP race before, and that's all they meant.
No, I heard people say last year Anthony Davis might be the best player in the NBA. I don't remember hearing anybody say that. Huh?
What's that doing for me? That don't mean nothing to me. Thank you.
That, that means he's making him better. What you mean?
No, it doesn't. Anthony Davis is doing the same thing he was doing in New Orleans, being the star player.
No, did anybody say he was the best player in the NBA when he
That's
played
not
for the Pelicans?
proving anything. Somebody from New Orleans was probably saying Anthony Davis is the best in the league. What does that mean to you? Nothing. Just because you heard that don't mean nothing. Anthony Davis is playing the same way. Probably the only thing I'll say is that because I'm not a hater and I'm not a liar, he probably made Anthony Davis play a little bit more aggressive. But that's about it. And if we've been honest, they didn't really have any competition postseason last year. And go ahead and say they did, because then you'll be lying on camera. Because you said before it was a cakewalk. They played the goddamn Miami Heat. Thank you.
It was a cakewalk. They went against a team in the finals that their best player wasn't even a top 10 player. They played against the Heat. Jimmy Butler is not even probably not even a top 15 player.
So that's my
Mm,
whole point. Yeah. So I'll say he made him a little bit more aggressive, but I'm still waiting on proof that LeBron made anybody he's ever played with better. Kevin Love actually went and got worse.
okay, even we can ignore that he makes players better. He's the better passer. I could just say he gets his players more involved. He's the better passer.
Thank you. He also took 5 finals L's. So maybe you should have stopped passing and scored a little bit more.
He's gonna retire with more rings than Kobe or the same.
We can bet that off camera.
Bet.
Whatever you got on it, I'll match.
Okay, then it's on my side because he has plenty of more seasons. He's not retiring next year.
I'm a Lakers fan. They're not beating Brooklyn this year. And that team is not going anywhere no time soon. And you said yourself, you only got like what, 2 good ones left?
Who?
LeBron.
Nah, I don't remember saying two.
I thought you said 2 when we just before we got on video camera.
Nah, I might have said he got like two. Maybe I said he got two like MVP seasons, but nah, because he was in the MVP race. Yeah, he was in the MVP race before he got injured or whatever. But I think LeBron got about 5 more seasons in him. 5, yeah. LeBron gonna be here for a while.
5-10. He not tying or passing Kobe.
Bet. We'll make this bet right after this.
All right. Y'all let us know down in the comments who y'all like or not who y'all like, who y'all think, you know what I'm saying, and take out the biasness. I know it's a lot of Brown fans out there. I'm talking to you, Angelo Love. I know how you rock. Y'all just be honest. Oh, this is my closing statement. So I'm gonna say this and then I'm for real done. So obviously this won't really matter to you because you think Kobe's the GOAT, but a lot of people say that Michael Jordan is the GOAT, and they say that Kobe was like Michael Jordan 2.0. So how does that even make sense? Because some people they'll say something like that, and then they'll say Kobe's not even top 10. I don't really understand when people do that. That doesn't really make too much sense to me.
Well, anybody that says Kobe that's not top 10, don't talk to them. Top 10? I mean, if they were to say he's not top 3 or something, I would be able to. I would be like, "What's your list, man? Who's your top 3?" But he's not top 10, so that means they think like Kevin Garnett or somebody's better than him or Magic Johnson. Like I wouldn't speak to them.
But all right, man, back to what I was saying. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe and share with y'all friends, man. Because like I tell y'all every episode, this is the best sports podcast on YouTube. We'll be hitting up football because there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the NFL. But like I said, comment down below who y'all got as the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? And let us know, give a little brief description if y'all got time, man. We appreciate y'all. Can you got anything else, bro?
Nah, that's it, man. I don't got nothing else to say.
All right, man. Y'all take care and be easy.